loves, welcome to today's pick a card reading on just some general encouragement. I was feeling called to do a reading just to encourage some of you. So if you needed a little pick-me-up, a little encouragement, this is the reading for you. Now, before I start, I was feeling really called to read a random passage from this book I got as a gift for Christmas. It is called The Cat Who Taught Zen by James Norbury. Now, I highly recommend this book to anyone who really likes picture books. I know that sounds childish, but it is so beautiful. The messages, it's about a cat that is on a journey to find this ancient spiritual tree, and on his way he meets all these friends that teach him, and he teaches them all these new lessons that they needed to learn. So I'm just going to flip, pile one. I'm just going to flip randomly through, and I'm just going to read whichever passage it lands on. The tortoise peered at the cat's words, and taking her time, as tortoises do, turned to the cat, a tear on her cheek. I had never thought of it like that. All I wanted was for this moment to be over, hoping the next would be better and somehow fulfill me, but it never happened. And now I read this, I see why. I have seen a lot, cat friend. 100 summers, 1,000 temples, 1,000,000 stars. But have I ever really, truly smelt a flower? Well, I cannot wait to do so. Thank you. And the tortoise was referring to this stone. Well, I have something which might help you, said the cat, dipping his paw in the damp ash of a temple lantern. He then wrote upon a large flat stone. Each moment is a unique place in the world just for you. Savor it now, for you can never visit it again. So that passage was about really living in the moment. I don't know who needed to hear that, but life isn't a race you need to get through and a bunch of hurdles you need to jump over to get to a final end destination. I don't know who needed to hear that, but slow down. Take time to enjoy each moment and find the silver linings, because you're never going to just one day wake up and think, wow, I've reached the end. This is it. This is my happily ever after, because happily ever after is what you make of the moment. It's not a final end destination. So, okay. So these are my 3 piles today. I've got my little paper swans. Well, they're called paper cranes, but for the sake of my channel, I'm gonna call them paper swans. So we have the pink one and the Jack of Hearts, or the Knight of Cups in tarot. We have the white swan with the 2 of Diamonds, or the 2 of Pentacles, and we have the blue swan with the King of Hearts, or the King of Cups. So take as much time as you need to pick your pile. If you feel drawn to more than one, that's okay too. But yeah, without further ado, oh sorry, pile one. Without further ado, let's get right into the reading. Hi pile one, welcome to your reading and your shuffling process. Now, if you prefer to skip the shuffling process, I'll leave a timestamp below. But before I get started, I just wanted to mention something before I forget. As I was trying to read the passage I read in the beginning of the video and just getting set up, I kept knocking over the swan, and it made me think that perhaps life has been knocking you guys around a little bit. Life's been knocking you to the ground, I'm feeling. Even this Knight of Cups, he looks like pensive, you know, he looks worried, discouraged, disheartened. So I'm not sure what this is about, but let's have a look at your cards and hopefully get some encouragement for you guys. I'm so sorry, pile one. I don't know what's happening, but I'm getting the idea that you're feeling really disheartened. So I'm going to start shuffling. You can skip this if you'd like. That's okay too. I'm going to start with the tarot cards, but I'm going to open them at the end. Once I have all of my oracle cards out. Some encouragement. Oh, yep. Some encouragement for my pile ones. I'm gonna get 6 of these. Some encouragement for my pile ones. Some encouragement, please. Maybe you guys are feeling like people are constantly taking from you and you're not getting anything in return. Take, take, take is what I'm hearing. Some encouragement for my pile number ones. Thank you. I'll get one more of these. Some tea leaves. I shuffle my tea leaves in 2 different decks because there's 200 cards in this deck and my hands are too small to be able to shuffle them all at once. So, okay, some encouragement. One from this one, my pile ones. 2, 4, 5, oh, one more. That's too many. Got 2, that's okay. I need some more room, so I'm going to put these on the floor. Give me one moment. Okay. Some encouragement. Sorry, I should have opened my decks before I started. Apologies for that. I was just so eager to get started. I completely forgot to prepare my decks. Please have some encouraging messages for my pile number ones. Encouraging messages, please. I'm hearing beaten and bloodied. I really hope that's not literal, but that's the vibe I'm feeling. That might just be how you're feeling. I hope that's as far as that goes. Some encouraging messages for my pile number ones. Some encouraging messages for my pile number ones. Ooh. Oh, okay. Okay. I'm just gonna get one of these. Encouraging messages. Oops. Okay, there's two there. I'm going to take them. I think pile one, you need some extra TLC, which is why I'm getting the extra cards for your encouragement message. I know I use a lot of decks. That's just how I like to do my readings. I like a lot of variety and a lot of colors and a lot of different messages coming together. That's just how I've always done it. Okay, got two more. Messages, encouraging messages for my pile number ones. Just gonna take that one. Last one. Thank you for bearing with me. Almost there. Encouraging messages for my pile number ones. So, pile number ones, now that we have all your cards ready, I'm just going to say up front that I'm really getting the idea that you're someone who puts your heart on your sleeve, especially with the pink swan. I'm really getting the feeling that you're probably someone who likes to give a lot of yourself, maybe even give gifts, but mostly that you're someone who puts in a lot of emotional labor, I'm hearing. And at the moment, you're not getting much in return. And it's really discouraging because I feel like it's really feeling isolating for you guys, pile number one. I'm so sorry. Let's have a look at your encouraging messages, shall we? Wow, okay, we have door. Opportunities are waiting for you. Love to see it. And you know what I noticed? This door doesn't have a lock. This door doesn't have a lock. It's either a push or a pull. I'm not sure, but it's not locked. It's ready for you. We have spiritual love, Lily. Some of you might be a Lily, like your name is Lily. It's such a gorgeous name. Obviously not all of you. Spiritual love, opportunities are waiting for you. Maybe you're feeling discouraged because you've been wanting to share your love with somebody, but it's never been reciprocated. Okay, Tower. Solid foundations, success with effort. Now what I like about this card is that although the title Tower is the same as the one in tarot cards, it has like the complete opposite message. So in tarot, the tower is about like crumbling foundations, and from the tower collapsing, a new and stronger one being built. And maybe that is the message for you guys, but I'm getting the feeling that the tower probably has already collapsed for you guys and you're in the rebuilding stage. And the rebuilding stage is always tough, and it's exhausting, isn't it? But I'm seeing that you guys are laying a solid foundation even though you're exhausted. So congrats, pile one, you're doing amazing. And we have well, family wishes come true. Well also reminds me of wishing well. So maybe you guys have a wish that's coming true. And perhaps that's something to do with love. And as I said that, one of my family members opened a door. We have ear with good news. Move this down a little bit. Oh, okay. We have career with a table. I'm noticing the quill, the pen. Maybe someone is going to be communicating with you very soon. Also reminds me of like written letters. Apologies if you can hear things in the background, that's just my family. And bowl. Plenty of material things. Okay. I'm just gonna put those over here. I apologise, it's not even. There's 3 on this side and 4 on this side. I'm not going to get too caught up with it. I'm just going to put it like this. Hope that's okay. We have friendship. Nurture your friendship. Sorry, nurture your relationships, but I said nurture your friendship, so maybe there's a special friend in your life that is going to maybe open a door for you or help you through this tough time you're having. We have sensuality. Express your sensuality. Yeah, look at that. There's like a rainbow pouring out from her cup or her chalice. I see that as you, Pile 1. And that's your natural state of being. Like, you've always been someone to pour your love out. You've just never really had someone to receive and reciprocate that, I'm feeling. So maybe this opportunity that's waiting for you is a new relationship. Please excuse me, Pile 1. My dog wants to leave my room. Okay. We have full moon in Capricorn. Take a reality check. We have new moon in Aquarius. Open up to change. We have creative. Abandoned. Maybe you're hanging on to certain relationships or a relationship in your life that isn't serving you, and you don't realize it quite yet, but when you gain the courage to step away and decide there's better things out there for you, that's when the doors will open. We have empowered. Now, as I was shuffling this deck, this one I kept seeing it. It wanted to come out for you, for sure. So, and there's a, well, this is a compass, but there's a heart in the middle. So I'm getting the feeling that you need to, you're someone who has always lived from your heart space, and to not give up on this aspect of you just because it hasn't worked out in the past, because this heart-centered side of you, this heart-centered drive in you, is what's going to lead you to your fulfillment, especially in love and relationships. I think you've been discouraged for a while because you've let your heart lead you, but it feels like it's been leading you astray when it really hasn't. It's been trying to tell you something, I just heard. But maybe you've ignored it for some time because the last times that you've put your heart on your sleeve, you've been hurt. So you've hidden your heart, and you've hidden this side of you, or your heart space. But I'm seeing you need to open up again. Open up. It says open up to change. Open up your heart again and let it lead you again, because it's not going to lead you astray. You just need the courage to trust it again. As soon as I choose to see the light in the dark corners, I redirect my power towards what I want. And this green reminds me of the heart chakra. As soon as I choose to see the light in the dark corners, I redirect my power towards what I want. Say it with me, Power One. It's like matching the sensuality card. I'm seeing this candle. It's like, even though it's so dark around her, she's not letting it extinguish this light inside of her. And I think that's the message. To not be discouraged by all the all the bad, negative situations that have happened for you to want to close up your heart. Because your heart is exactly what's going to lead you towards what you want. And I'm so sorry if someone's ever told you that you shouldn't follow your heart and you're too sensitive or anything like that, because that's not true. That's how the universe made you, and we need more heart-centered people in this world, especially in these current times. You are the light in the dark corners, but you need to allow yourself to be the light in the dark corners. And it can be scary, but as soon as you trust your light, I'm seeing you're going to meet people and friends that are on the same wavelength as you and who will empower you. Yeah. Oh, Pile One. This world needs your heart. We have another green card. Maybe green is a really lucky color for you. But it's a lot of greens, a lot of purples too. It's about trusting your intuition and your heart and not being afraid to live from a heart-centered place. Now, feeling good will bring me far more than whatever I thought I needed. So allowing yourself to feel good and to be yourself. I think that you've been hiding yourself away for some time in an attempt to protect yourself from past situations that have happened. You've been hiding in the reeds, but it's time for you to come out, and it's time for you to share your heart, because my goodness, we need it. This world needs it. And the people you meet, the people who you cross paths with need it too. Yeah, there's like a centaur, I believe. It's like your magic is pouring into the hearts of people around you. You don't owe anyone anything. But love isn't something you give to take. So being giving in your energy, even when, of course, have your boundaries, but even to people that don't seem open to it, I'm hearing is who you are. But I think people have hurt you in the past, so you've been afraid to open up again. I'm not saying to give your energy freely to whoever and whenever, but to be generous and to understand that hurt people, and that it's not your fault and it's not about you. It's something they're going through, and to be compassionate, which is in your nature. Yeah. You have such a warm, loving spirit, and I'm so sorry that someone's or situations in your life have made you feel like you need to hide that away. But I'm hearing that your strength will come from this part of you, will come from your heart, will come from giving your love and living from a heart-centered place. And that might be scary at first, but I'm seeing that that's what's going to open the doors for you, because you won't be living from a place of fear anymore. You'll be living from a place of love. You're a natural giver. What if I smile even more? Exactly. And the bird is chirping loudly outside, so I'm going to take that as a confirmation. This world needs your light, Pile One. I don't know how else to say that. It needs to see your smile. It needs to feel your warmth. Not everyone's going to deserve it, but it needs to be put out there. I'm not sure how clear I'm being, but I'm just saying what's coming to me. We have transmission, spreading of conditions, influence, and impact. Exactly, you have such a big impact. No matter, I don't think you realize how strong your energy is, your heart, how strong your love is. I think your love has the power to give so many people strength. And I was looking at Lily earlier, and I don't know if you guys have watched the Harry Potter series, but Lily is Harry Potter's mum, and she was a very loving person. Her love is what protected Harry from Voldemort's curse. And I think that's sort of what the vibe I'm getting here is. Like, your love will not only protect you, but will protect others and give you strength and give others strength. And to not let people sway that about you, to sway that energy, your nurturing energy. Don't let people, I'm seeing, people put out candles like with their fingers. I'm seeing that, like, don't let someone pinch your flame. Because there's so many people that will appreciate it and need it and love you and love who you are. And we have karma of Kutuhala. Apologies if I didn't pronounce that correctly, and that's number 7. I'm going to have a read in the guidebook before I open your tarot cards. As I mentioned in my previous videos, I like to read from the guidebook for this deck because the message often translates and ties in really well with the general, like the overall message of the reading. So I'm going to do that really quick. Number 43. Your sacred soul passion is powerful enough to shift the state of your inner reality and your outer experience. So commit to what truly ignites your heart and do not be dissuaded by anything or anyone. If you are seeking to make a commitment, do so when it truly connects to your heart. Follow your genuine, meaningful bliss. Know that no matter what appears to be, you shall prevail. You shall arise. I love this guidebook. This message, as much as it tied into what I was saying, it also mentioned commitment. So maybe you are coming into a spiritual love, a new commitment. You will know if it's right for you if you trust your heart, and that's really important here. We often pursue what is sensible and secure, yet what could be more appropriate or divinely and delightfully inappropriate than pursuing a path so intoxicating, so fascinating, so utterly mesmerizing to the spirit that no matter what challenges arise, you feel so much love and commitment and passion, you shall not turn away. That is the stuff of potential greatness. We might call it being led by our hearts. Kutuhala is permission to do just that. My pile ones, I cannot say it any more clearly. Please trust your heart. Follow your heart with this compass. It is your compass to everything you want. And the sooner you stop ignoring it and stop dimming your light and doubting how you're feeling, the sooner this door is going to open for you. Oh, I can't help but feel so sad. Whatever made you close your heart away. Oh, I'm gonna cry. Oh, whatever that was, I'm so sorry, pile one. But you know, the universe gives the toughest challenges to the strongest soldiers. I just heard that in my mind. And it's time. It's time to come out. It's time to show the world your heart. Alright, So before I get too emotional, let's read the tarot cards. So we have the Eight of Pentacles, oh, my dog's coming back. Give me one moment. So we have the Eight of Pentacles, which is telling me that it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be something that you can just do straight away, because I think your trust has been broken somehow in yourself, in the world, in other people, and it's going to take some time to rebuild. I'm noticing that the building is a little bit further away in the distance, so maybe this means that you might need to go into solitude for a little bit. Not solitude, but you might need to distance yourself a little bit to strengthen your trust and your communication with your heart. Rebuild that connection with your heart again, I'm hearing. And this is after a time of being so guarded and defensive of your heart and yourself. And yeah, Four of Swords is resting, it's recouping. I think you need some time alone and time to rest and really process everything that happened, and to remember that it wasn't your fault and it was just another chapter in your life that you're going to look back on and realize how much it helped you grow. And yeah, it's going to, once you open up that heart space, I'm seeing that all your manifestations and your wishes are going to start coming through, because there's nothing blocking it anymore. Yeah. I think people have been greedy with you, or just taking without reciprocation, and that caused you to hide yourself away, hide your heart away, because it was out of love for yourself, whether you realize that or not. You hid yourself away, you hid your heart away out of love for yourself, because you didn't want the same thing happening again. But the message of encouragement here is really the universe saying it's time to come out, and you're stronger now. And because you've been through such tough situations with difficult people, you're going to be able to spot these people, unlike before. With the Page of Swords, you're going to recognize the situations you might not have before they turn into something that could hurt you. And the only thing stopping you is the trust in yourself, that you're going to be able to protect yourself out in the open. You always want to protect yourself, of course, but you can't do it by hiding away. You've got to build that trust in yourself again, and know that you're going to... Exactly. I don't know if you can hear that. It's a galah, or I believe a black cockatoo for my fellow Aussies. They're just so beautiful, that sound. Anyway. you need to trust yourself, because you're more discerning than you think. And building up this trust is going to take some time because you've been so defensive of your heart for so long. But once you start the work and take it day by day and really seize opportunities to open your heart, whether that's being around your friends or with this transmission card, there's two people here, so maybe there's that one special friend that maybe you have or is coming into your life that's really going to help you open up again. But to trust the process and trust yourself, because this world needs your heart more than anything, and you just need to trust that again. Please don't let things that have happened in the past stop you from sharing your beautiful heart, Pile 1. This world needs it. I hope this reading resonated, Pile 1. It was such a pleasure to read for you. You have such a beautiful heart. I really hope that you enjoyed the reading, and thank you for stopping by. Please feel free to leave comments down below. I love reading them. Oh my goodness, it's been such a pleasure seeing all your comments. It really just makes me smile ear to ear. So thank you, and trust yourself, Pile 1. That's all you gotta do. I hope you have a lovely day wherever you are, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, Pile 1. Hi, Pile 2s. If you chose the white swan or the white crane and the 2 of diamonds or the 2 of pentacles in tarot, this is going to be your message of encouragement for today. Now, immediately, 2 of Pentacles reminded me of, well, it's making me think that perhaps you're having trouble balancing things in your life at the moment, and whether that be work or school or university or relationships, we'll find out. But I think it's been discouraging for you for whatever reason. I'm not sure yet. This is going to be the card shuffling process. I'll leave a timestamp below if you'd prefer to skip that. So let's get right into it. I'm going to start with tarot cards. We're going to leave opening the tarot cards until the end, once I've got all my oracle cards out. That's just what I've been feeling works at the moment. So we'll leave them to the side. We'll get six tarot cards of encouragement for my pile number 2s, please. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Let's get a white light oracle. Words of encouragement for my pile number 2s. She wants to come out. Maybe you want to come out. That was very random, but maybe you want to come out and you're weighing your options. You're not sure. I don't know who that's going to resonate with, but let's have a look. Maybe you're weighing your options and picking either one is going to require sacrifice. I think that card was sacrifice. Maybe you're weighing between 2 options and picking either one will require a certain sacrifice. We'll see. Pile 2. Messages of encouragement for my pile number 2s. Messages of encouragement for my pile number 2s. I keep hearing she wants to come out, she wants to come out. So I think someone watching wants to come out. But that's very specific, obviously. I'm definitely getting an anxiety between 2 choices. Message of encouragement for my pile number 2s. Oh. Right. And finally, we've got some tea leaves. I try to get 6, but sometimes we get more. We'll see how it goes. There's 1. Messages of encouragement for my pile number 2s. 3. 4. 5 and 6. All right. So my pile number 2, so now that we have all your cards ready, if you skipped to the reading straight away, you might have missed a couple of messages. I was saying how this Two of Pentacles was making me think that perhaps you might be feeling anxiety or stress about picking between 2 options, 2 roads, and that this is what you need some words of encouragement about, but we'll get into it and see how it goes. So we have Moon, changes in your life, and you know what? As I'm making this video, I believe there's a full moon coming up soon, so maybe by the full moon there'll be a significant change, or during this time or this next coming cycle, or by the end of this moon cycle there will be a significant change. Perhaps it's because you will have decided your decision by then. Decided your decision. You understand what I mean. We have a dog far away. A distant friend is thinking of you. We have career. We have cobweb, protected from negative forces beyond your control. It's lovely. We have fly, a period of ill health, depression. And we have love. Yes, I definitely have a feeling that something, perhaps something to do with a decision you need to make, has been weighing really heavily on your mind. And with the moon, maybe without realizing it, you're sort of blowing it out of proportion. But also with the dog far away, a distant friend is thinking of you. And this quill, I mentioned, I think, yeah, this card came out in pile 1 too, and I mentioned like noticing this this quill, this pen of sorts. Maybe you're going to be hearing from a long distance friend, or maybe this is a new friend coming in. I'm not sure, we'll have a look. Okay, we're getting a lot of messages about change. This is moving forward. Get ready for positive change. And I noticed that she is riding on the back of a polar bear. And bears are very protective, so you're protected in whatever direction you wish to go in. That's a big message of encouragement I'm hearing. No matter what you choose, you're going to be protected. You're going to be protected from negative forces beyond your control. And perhaps that's why I'm getting the message that you're blowing it out of proportion. No matter what you decide, you're going to be okay. Like, you're going to be guided to safety. You're going to be okay. No matter what you choose, you're protected on this path. and money find a way to abundance, and I'm noticing the moths and another moon. Goodness. I was noticing the moths, metamorphosis and change, a new cycle, especially with the moons. I think this is a new cycle. And with this owl blowing on a trumpet, owls to me signify intuition, so I think you know the answer to this decision you're thinking about, because your intuition is blowing the trumpet. It knows, you know, but for some reason you're still doubting it. So this is definitely a message to trust your intuition in this decision, because it's not going to lead you astray. The clouds are clearing up. The fog is lifting, and this decision, the answer to your question is going to become, or is becoming very clear the more you listen to your intuition. And with career and the pentacles, I'm wondering if maybe for some of you this might be a career decision, a change in direction in your career, and that is always scary. Making career moves can be quite disheartening, but Pile 2, you know exactly what you want and you know the answer. You just need to have courage in believing in your intuition and believe in yourself that you're making the right decision. Because with the love hearts here, it's, oh, you know what, actually, I'm noticing like the fly and then the cobweb. It's like, and the flowers. It's like your heart is paving the way, and you just need to trust your heart and your intuition, because it's not going to lead you astray in this decision. And releasing that block, releasing the need to control by staying still and not making a decision, is going to push you forward in the right direction, and is going to protect you more than just staying stagnant in a state of fear. I hope that makes sense, Pile 2. What if I take myself lightly and have more fun? Not everything is life or death. Like, you know, sometimes decisions, especially related to money and work, can feel like so, I want to say cemented, like once I make this decision, that's it, and that's you know, that's it, that's what it has to be. But humans, like, we are ever changing, our minds are ever changing, our thoughts are ever changing, and you don't have to take this decision to heart so much, so seriously, because no matter what happens, you're going to be okay. So if you trust yourself and go with what you really feel most drawn to, I see no issue. Like, you'll be taken care of. You'll be just fine. Like, there's no issue here, pile 2. You just need to have the courage to make that first step. Like, I remember when I was considering making a tarot channel, well, for quite some time, and I didn't have the courage yet because I was thinking about everything else, all the analytics, all the you know, little things, and oh, what if people don't what if my messages don't resonate? What if people think I'm crazy, you know, all that sort of thing. When really all I needed to ask myself was, do I enjoy doing tarot readings? Yes. Would I like to share what I have to say with people? Yes. That was the decision made. So, like, stop worrying about, you know, things beyond your control, and just focus on what you want. What do you want? If you've watched The Notebook, and Noah's like saying to Ali, you know, like, what do you want? Stop thinking about what they want. Stop thinking about what your parents want. Like, what do you want? That's what I'm hearing. And making your decision based on that, I think, is the most important thing I'm hearing. And as soon as you do that, you're stepping in the right direction. Whatever decision you make, like, you're stepping in the right direction because you're making a decision, and by making that decision, you're taking a step forward, whichever way you go. Yeah, what if I choose more wisely how I invest my time? So maybe that's talking about staying, you know, the stagnant energy I was feeling of being so caught up in all the nuances and specifics that come with making your decision, rather than just thinking about what it is you want and just making a choice. Taking that step is all that really matters right now, whichever direction you go, pile 2. We have Shine, New Moon in Leo. Yeah, all these sunflowers are reminding me of the Sun card. I think the first step in the right direction is to decide within yourself that whatever direction I go in, whichever decision I make, I'm making the right choice for me, and that's all that matters. And it's going to be okay. One moment. Pile 2, my dog wants to leave my room. Whichever decision you make, you will find your way. But you need to trust that in order to move forward. And I'm not saying that's easy, but you're not stupid. Like, you know what you want, and you just need to trust yourself. And we have another Leo card. We have first quarter moon in Leo with Be Humble. Now, what I'm noticing with this card is this person sitting and meditating. Maybe that's something you need to do or something you'd like to do. Coming back to yourself rather than thinking about everything else. The word is slipping my mind, but all the specifics, I guess. Now, this is another card that came out in pile 1, so if you felt drawn to pile 1, I would highly suggest going to watch that. But feeling good will bring me far more than whatever I thought I needed. So yeah, you're too caught, I think you're too caught up in everything but what you want, without realizing that when you choose to feel good, when you choose the direction that makes you feel good, it's going to bring you everything you need, everything you've ever wanted. But you can't see that when you're living and you're making decisions from a state of fear rather than from a state of self-love and self-trust, and from a place of your intuition. So intuition's never going to lead you astray. It's always going to lead you to your best possible outcome. Yeah, grounded, coming back to yourself, meditating, stopping and listening. There's another moon. Sitting in the quiet, watching the trees. Come back to yourself, pile 2, and really ask yourself, what do I want? Without thinking about what everybody else thinks or wants from me or has decided for me, their opinions, or even just how you think your decision's trajectory will go on, based on what you assume. Don't assume anything, pile 2, because your assumptions are based in fear, and it's really hiding the true magic of what could be if you went with the decision you know you want. Goodness, I really hope I'm being clear. I feel like I'm pausing a lot. I'm trying to process. So apologies if I'm pausing a lot. Yeah, I thought it was this card. Sacrifice, renunciation, offering, letting go. You must think that, or perhaps you think that choosing the decision you want will require you to sacrifice maybe safety, like your, security, financial security, or something like that. But maybe in the beginning it might, but what I'm seeing is that taking that step is going to lead you to everything you've ever wanted. Like, you will be fulfilled because you will have finally picked yourself. I pick me. I pick what I want to do. I pick my intuition. I'm going to listen to myself because I trust myself and I trust my judgment. Even if it doesn't, all add up now and all make sense, and I don't know the specifics of everything that's going to happen, I'm choosing this because this is what I feel I want, and I'm going to trust that. That's what I'm hearing, pile 2. Let go of the need to control, because even if you think you know what's going to happen, we never know what's going to happen. Even if you roll a one-sided dice, maybe it might fall on the floor and shatter into pieces. Like, I hope that's just what I heard. Like, you don't know until you try. So don't assume the outcome and squash the opportunity to come into something beautiful and everything you wanted because you assumed that something was going to go one way. Okay? This is the this is the card on the oracle card. It's the same one. We have Beta of Spirit Wolf with 23 or 5, which comes back to this grounded card, which is another 5. Let's have a look in the guidebook. "23, Beta of Spirit Wolf. Give yourself enough rest. Only then will you be able to ground yourself enough to cultivate focus and motivation to fulfill your path." Yeah, I think you've been so wound up in thinking of all the possibilities of everything that could happen that you haven't been able to rest. You will find a way through any tricky situation as you tune into your instincts and trust your own timing. From times of change and uncertainty comes confidence, love, and resilience. Embrace transition. Commit to your tasks and stay focused, but be flexible in your approach. You have the skill to intuitively handle any issue. Mic drop, pile 2. Trust your instinct, pile 2. Beta of Spirit Wolf brings the message that your resourcefulness and capacity to meet your needs is greater than you realize. We have it within us to engage all situations with courage and willingness. We will always find a way through. I said, no matter which direction you pick, you're going to be okay. Like, you're going to be taken care of. There's nothing to fear. We will always find a way through. As Spirit Wolf thrives in cheerful, playful social bonding with his tribe, there is also a reminder that connection is an essential ingredient in our approach to life. To thrive and have as much fun as the intelligent, playful, successful, and adaptable and resourceful wolf, we need love in our lives. To experience love, we must be willing to reach out, open up, and run the risk of letting love in, as well as to share it unconditionally, without thought for what we can get out of it. which would transform the beautiful gift of love into a manipulative tool of ego. Spirit Wolf brings a healing recalibration of our beta waves so we can avoid depression and feel motivated, yet also know when to take a step back and reconnect to the slower healing rhythms of our heart and soul. Stress is a significant problem for the human collective, and the negative impact on our health and our planet is considerable. It is easier for a relaxed mind to access clarity and inspiration. Coming back to yourself, grounding yourself before making a decision. Okay, so now I'm going to open our tarot cards. We have the Ten of Cups. Woo! Love to see her. That's emotional fulfillment in every way. Maybe even love. We have the Five of Cups. Being so caught up about these three spilt cups without realizing there's two behind him right there. Because he's so stressed, he's not even noticing this. The Three of Swords. The King of Cups. And can you believe it? We have the Moon again. And you know, the moon in tarot usually signifies like illusion or disillusion and not being able to see clearly. And that may be the case here because your judgment is shrouded in anxiety and fear. But for me, this particular moon card, she looks very peaceful and she's gazing up at the stars. And you know, that's something I used to do a lot. I used to lay out on the grass and stargaze, and that often brought me a lot of clarity and like introspection. So maybe that's something you'd like to do. I highly recommend. It really grounds you and brings you back to self. And the Four of Wands, that's, you know, excuse you, that's security and happiness and community. It's celebration, really. To me, it's like not denying that making a decision will be scary. You will always have fear. You'll always have anxiety, but choosing to honor yourself and your heart's desire and your intuition is going to lead you to this happy outcome. I think this decision really is quite an obvious choice. You just need to trust yourself. And even if the outcome is uncertain now, trust that your heart is leading you in the right direction and that you'll be protected through this journey, through its ups and downs. I hope that made sense, pile 2. I know I paused a lot. I apologise for that. It just takes a minute to sort of process what I'm feeling and seeing. Maybe it would be worth taking a trip to see an old friend and letting go of the need to make this decision right away. That might be something that could help you bring yourself back to earth and ground yourself again. And they might even be able to help you make the decision, or, you know, finally come to terms with the decision you know you want to make, but you might be a little bit afraid at the moment to make. But just know, pile 2, that no matter what you decide, you're going to be protected and everything is going to work out in your favor. You just need to trust your heart and trust your intuition. All will be well. Pick what makes you happy, because it will bring you everything you've ever wanted and needed. So thank you so much for coming to my reading. I've really enjoyed all the feedback, and please feel free to leave comments below. I love reading them, and I hope that this reading brought you some encouragement, maybe even helped you make the decision. Please let me know what this is. I'm so curious. But yeah, I hope you have a wonderful day or night wherever you are, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye, pile 2. Hi, pile 3s. Welcome to today's reading on some messages of encouragement. So if you pick the blue swan or crane and the King of Hearts or the King of Cups in tarot, this is your message of encouragement today. So I'm going to start shuffling. If you prefer to skip the shuffling process, feel free to do so. I'll leave a timestamp down below. So let's get right into it. I'm going to shuffle the tarot deck first. I'm going to get six cards, but I'll open them after I open the oracle decks. The oracle cards. Get 3 more messages of messages of encouragement for my pile number 3s. I'm feeling, okay. I just want to get 2 more, but we saw what those were. It's too many. 1 and okay. You know what? I'm gonna take them because that's a lot of tarot cards. I didn't want to take so many, but I guess I don't have a choice here. Immediately when I saw this King of Cups or King of Hearts, and I noticed the sword is behind his head, so it made me think like you guys, or it made me think you probably have some really beautiful creative ideas that perhaps you're not feeling as confident enough to share yet. But we'll have a look at the rest of the cards. We're still shuffling. We've still got quite a few decks to shuffle, so bear with me. It's just what I got off the hop. Some encouraging messages for My pile number 3s, please. Messages of encouragement for my pile number 3s. Getting a lot of cards, my goodness. I'm not sure how I'm going to fit them all on the table. Guess we'll have to figure it out. Messages of encouragement for my pile number 3s. There's too many. Okay. Messages of encouragement for my pile number 3s. Okay. Just a couple more. I'm going to get 6 of these. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right. All right, my pile number 3s. So now that we have all your cards ready, let's get straight into the reading. So we're going to leave the tarot cards aside. I might have to clear out all the oracle cards before I put them out, because we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 4 more cards than I would normally pull. But let's have a look at what the cards want to say. So we have clouds, temporary problems. I see a full moon peeking out from those clouds. Also, if you're watching this near the time I post it, there is a full moon coming soon. That rhymed. There is a full moon in a few days, I believe. We have spear, heartache over what you no longer have. I'm noticing, I mentioned earlier the king's sword is behind his head or going through his head, and then this one is going through the heart. I think I might have an idea, but let's just open some more cards. So we have hammock, taking a vacation physically or mentally. Okay. We have July. Maybe you're taking a vacation in July. I don't know. We have chain, a chain of events that will affect your life. And I'm noticing that behind the chain is a globe, like the world. So maybe some of you really are going on a trip that will change your life. Or maybe you've been thinking about taking a trip. And claw, be careful, do not take risks. So what I'm noticing right away is, especially with this King of Cups card with the sword going through or behind this King of Hearts' head, it's almost like you have certain ideas that you are still, well, I think they're great ideas, but you're casting doubt on them for whatever reason. Perhaps it's because of something that happened in the past that is making you reconsider. But let's open some more cards. We have Dolphin with Don't Worry, Be Happy. Love that. And we have Memories. Cherish memories of loved ones. Maybe this has something to do with love, with the spear going through the heart. Perhaps you're going on a fated trip and you'll meet someone on that trip. But your heart is not open to receive at this time because of some bad memories you have of some heartache. It's kind of a battle between the mind and the heart. And you're feeling like it's a risk. But with the Don't Worry, Be Happy card here, it's like well, it kind of speaks for itself. What if I were to own all of my decisions? I'm noticing in this Don't Worry, Be Happy, not only are the birds trapped in bubbles, but she's on a ledge. It reminds me of a bit like the Fool card, but she's, unlike the Fool, she's hesitating, thinking, should I jump in or not? What if I choose to forgive? So this definitely makes me think that something that happened in the past is causing you to hesitate from making a decision that would make you really happy. We have release your blocks, exactly. So I don't know exactly what this is yet. What happened in the past that is causing you to hesitate on something, but the message I'm getting is that kind of, you can hesitate all you want, but it's happening. It's happening for you. But to have the best experience with it and to like really flow with it, you have to release what happened in the past, the memories, and not associate this new experience with the past experience, because it's going to be something totally different. As soon as I choose to see the light in the dark corners, I redirect my power towards what I want. Okay. True manifestations are powered by service and love. We have healer. And inspiring. We have epsilon modulation with number 28 or 10. Nobility, honor, high standards, idealistic. I think maybe a similar opportunity or a similar situation came to you in the past, but it fell through for whatever reason, and maybe you're afraid to take this new opportunity because you're afraid it's going to fall through again, and you're afraid it's too risky. But the message I'm getting is obviously don't worry, be happy, and to take this opportunity, because it's with the chain of events that will affect your life. It's the chain is going across the globe. It's going to lead you to places you never thought, never expected. But in order to take this opportunity, you need to let go of this, stop, I'm hearing like taunting your mind with what happened in the past almost. And choose to see the light rather than what could go wrong, trying to focus on what could go right instead. And not hold such rigid standards to what this could be, and rather just letting it happen in a way. We have that death will come, mortal, finite, and fragile. And we have the monster within, internal struggles, personal challenges, and wanting to improve. So maybe you feel like this in the past, a similar sort of situation or opportunity fell through because you weren't good enough or something like that. Which is why I'm seeing like the high standards here and finite, that death will come. I'm also noticing the wolves here. But in this one, the wolf is watching her, like judging her in a way. And then in this one, she's got control of the wolf. And I'm getting the idea that maybe the wolves are representing your self-doubts and your worries and your concerns about your talents and your abilities. Especially with the hands here. Your gifts are inspiring and quite beautiful, especially with the violin here. You might be a musician or some sort of artist, and maybe in the past you held yourself to really high standards and you broke down because it was unrealistic, the stress and pressure you were putting on yourself to be perfect. Which is why I think I'm seeing this take a vacation, physically or mentally, whether that was by your own choice or not. You needed to take that time to rediscover your passion and your gifts, because for so long you almost weren't doing it for yourself. You were doing it to prove yourself. But the thing is, your gifts aren't to be used to prove yourself. They're to be used to inspire and to heal people. But in order to do that, you need to Let go of this old notion that you need to be perfect. I need to do it right. Everything has to be this, and that. And to just let your and to forgive yourself for quote unquote failing in the past, which it wasn't a fail at all. You were just holding yourself, or someone else maybe was holding yourself to impossible standards, and it was so constricting with these birds in these bubbles that you weren't able to fully express the full potential of your gifts because they were restricted to certain routines and standards. But your gifts are meant to be limitless. They're meant to be free-flowing, not constricted into some routine or some perfect blemishless, thing. Art is meant to be messy. It's meant to be raw. It's not something you can control and perfect. It's something that is constantly growing. It's ever changing. So in order to unlock this, you need to let go of this old notion you have of your gifts and of what they need to be. Because what I'm seeing, what they're really for, is to inspire and to heal. So let's have a look at your tarot cards. Yeah, we have Ten of Swords. So this is definitely something from the past. Even with the chain, that's sort of restricting you from growing your gifts into something that can heal and inspire the masses. It came out reversed, made me think the way you were expressing your gifts before was disempowering. It was restricting you, and it was restricting your gifts. So you had to come away from it for a bit in order to remember and realize its purpose. And that's you coming back out and rediscovering your gifts. And it's like he's in this Page of Wands is on like a flat plane, an endless plane where he can go in any which direction. Yeah, we have the Eight of Pentacles. Remastering is what I'm hearing. And the Six of Wands. Doing it for you because you love it and doing it your way. The Eight of Cups. Really coming back to yourself and asking yourself, am I doing it for me? Am I doing it for the sake of art, or am I doing it for the sake of trying to prove myself? I mean, either way, your talent is it's undeniable, but by restricting yourself to needing to be perfect, to needing to impress people, in needing to be the best, it's blocking your creativity and not allowing you to shine, because you're so concerned about everything but the art of it. I hope that's making sense. 6 of Pentacles. Yeah, art is inspiring. Whatever this is you're doing or you want to do, it's going to inspire so many people. But you need to trust that it will, regardless of whether you think it's perfect or not. Because to everyone else it is. It's only you. Yeah, it's only you have to convince. And anyone who says otherwise has no place in your life. King of Wands, reclaiming that power, reclaiming your gift, no longer seeing it through a lack mentality, and just accepting your magnificence, accepting your gifts as they are, and growing them and practicing and training them for the sake of loving it and being an artist, and not being so concerned with the intrusive thoughts, because that's just what they are, intrusive thoughts. It's not the truth. The truth is you're quite brilliant, and the art you have to offer is, or I keep saying art, so I'm assuming this is some like art, but whatever this is, whatever you have to offer, it's brilliant. I have no other word. You have such brilliant gifts to offer. The only person you need to convince yourself, only person that needs convincing is yourself, because you're the one that has the high standards. And with the doubts that everything's going to come crashing down like maybe it did in the past. But I'm getting that you needed to go through that to rebuild from the foundation up what this means to you. Why you do this. Now I want to read this number 28, Epsilon modulation. I'm sorry, this Power 3 really feels quite, the way I've read the cards, it felt quite scattered and ragged. I don't know how else to explain that. And maybe that might be something you can resonate with as well. But I do apologize if my message is not coming through as cleanly as I would like. So number 28. Gather your energies and go within to regenerate. Let your actions match your inner rhythms rather than trying to force yourself to keep pace with external cues. Commit to your own natural timing and pace. As you ground and connect to your center, you will realize your spiritual power to be at cause in any situation of concern. You have such goodness and light within you. Let go of shaming or blaming. Embrace the spiritual beauty within. Reaching inspired spiritual heights requires commitment to developing powerful, deep roots. A mature creative offering takes longer to produce than that which is ephemeral and swiftly supplanted by whatever is next. To embrace the patience required for such building, surrender the need for immediate gratification. We must become so confident in the authenticity and value of our process that we are not in need of external evidence to bolster our courage. We can enjoy validation along the way, but must not turn away if it is absent for a time, especially if those around us appear to be moving faster. With such confidence and courage, we will be able to deepen and slow our breath and our restless nature and allow for the inner workings of our soul to manifest beautiful healing magic. This oracle asks you to ground yourself, believe in your potential, commit to your path, and be patient so great things can happen for you. Although the flash of stunning insight happens in an instant, it follows a complex orchestration of purification and preparation. There is genius in patience and perseverance. They are the hallmarks of nature's long game of breathtakingly diverse creative display. When we immerse ourselves in the sacred feminine wisdom that underpins Mother Nature's rapturous creativity, we live differently. We allow ourselves to not know what is coming next, to not need to have the entire picture before we trust things are going to work out. We use our power to attune to allow rather than to direct and demand. We shift from ego to soul, and in doing so, can embody our divine potential. This oracle asks you to trust in what is happening in your life. It doesn't need to make sense in order for you to benefit from it. This oracle asks you to put your faith in the spiritual power of your path, dedicate yourself to your personal development, and seek out the loving presence of those upon the earth and in spirit who nurture your heart and protect your soul. You need to do it for you, Pile 3, because for the longest time, I think you felt as if your gifts were only worthy if they were worthy to other people, if they were impressive to other people. And I think it's time to believe that doing it for you is just as important as doing it for others. Well, more important actually. And by doing so, it's going to release this block from the past that you had of needing to be the best, needing to be perfect, needing to be impressive to other people, and bringing it back to self, grounding it back to yourself. And that's going to transform your gift into healing and inspiring magic. I really hope that made sense. I know it was a bit jumbled. I apologize for that. That's just what I was, it was really quite difficult to channel this message. For whatever reason. But I hope that made sense. I hope you know, Pile 3, that you are so worthy of all that you desire, and I don't want you to hold yourself back with self-doubt, because the gifts you have that need to be shared with the world are going to heal and inspire so many people, and heal and inspire you, most importantly. It's time to start doing things for you, because you are just as important, if not more important in this, well, you are the most important thing in this journey, in this healing journey that you need to go through. So trust yourself, trust your gifts, and let go of this past heartache as well as you can through taking a vacation or resting and really coming back to self, because I promise all the answers you're looking for are within you. So thank you so much for coming to my reading today. I really hope that it gave you some encouragement, and please leave any comments down below. I love to hear your feedback. I've been really enjoying reading the comments lately. Everyone's been so nice. But yeah, thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, Pile 3.